Good morning, everybody. So, students came to me. I'm one of your insiders. I'm heading the School of Architecture at Impact. And they came to me saying that today's talk is all about threads of change. I said, yes, maybe then I would like to exhibit this particular project, which is quite a change from the normal. What is it all about? You have lived in a sloping roof house, you have lived in a flat roof house, but have you ever lived in a dome house? So this dome is a thread of change where you synergize technical innovation with creativity. So that is where it stands for. So that's why I thought in this August audience today I would like to relate this as to the trials and tribulations that we went through to make this a success. When we envisage this, or rather I am rather obsessed with geodesic domes. We have done in a small way, I studied the formation of domes. Essentially it's a mathematical thing. It's a series of triangles. I think being engineering students, all of you would know. So how do you make it like a globe? So that there is a particular technology, there's a particular angle to it, and then there are A, B, and C struts. Only once they come together, then you will get this formation. So now I'll just lead you through these trials and tribulations that we went through when we wanted to do this dome. This is on the inauguration day, of course. And also it was built at a very low cost. Say about 2,500 square feet of built up area at a cost of about 1,500 rupees per square feet. So this is about it. So I have designed it, and my associate architect Sunil Kumar has been helpful in executing the whole thing, because when we went with this to contractors, many of the contractors didn't agree to take it up because for them it was something different and they couldn't quote. So we said, let's have the thing for ourselves, let's get it up and going. And these are rushed through this particular thing. So this is a plan. Essentially it's a very simple, if you all know how you can divide a circle into 4 quadrants. One quadrant is bedroom on the ground floor, and then 2 quadrants are living, dining, and then 1 quadrant composed of the staircase. And on the upper floor, the next one is the upper floor, first floor. There are 2 bedrooms, and then there is a bridge connecting the 2 bedrooms with a double height into the thing. So this is essentially the plan. So this is an ISO of it. So of course, there is a square abutment to it, that is the toilets. Only the toilets were done as a proper horizontal thing. So this is the plan and sections. So again here what I would like to stress on is the mathematical formulas that go into it, how you use development. I think if you have done architectural graphics in or building drawing in civil, you would know. So this is a very complex situation where we have to make windows, but windows cannot be curvilinear, they have to be vertical. So how these projections went through, so these are the things. Now how do I convince the client? It's all fine to have a nice thing. So this is the way we convince the clients. This is a very nice walkthrough, because initially the client came, I said, Saab, aapko kuch alag hi denge. So he said, kya alag hoga? I said, it's going to be a circle. He said, oh, how can I imagine a circle, living in a circle? And this is where we had to develop this. This is a 3D view of the entire house, walkthrough. So you can see now that's a bridge. Now on the other side is the thing, and then you come to the 2 bedrooms. And bedrooms lead to the toilets. Once this is done, then I will show you the progressive stages of construction, because all of you being technical people, I think it would be something interesting for you to watch. How did we get to do it? The top umbrella that you see there, what could that be? Please respond. Solar, no? Yeah, we wanted solar heating like an umbrella. So now we come to the actuals. The site marking was the easiest. Tell me why? All you have to do is take a circle and make a diameter. Finish. Half a day, half an hour, the site marking is over. And then we had very simple foundation, just 2 courses of stone masonry, because it's a self-sustaining structure, a lightweight structure, so it doesn't need a big foundation. So this is all, and then started the dome. So the dome comprises of 25 by 25 by 6 T sections. There's no RCC used, there's no masonry, there's no torch steel used, only 25 by 25 by 6 T sections, and very lightweight. So for the entire building we used hardly about 2 tons of steel. Whereas for a normal building, say 20 squares building, it's almost about 8 tons. So this is as the building was going on. So as the building was going on, it evoked a lot of interest among the neighborhoods. No, so they were just wondering what is happening. So somebody said it's a house. So people said, but how can a house be like this? So that was the change. So that's where I would like to connect your threads of change, you know. And now it goes up. Then we had the RCC. So once the entire configuration like a ball was done, then we welded all the joints. Then we had to cut across some of the places to make the openings. Because once the building is stable, it is fixed onto the foundation. Then we start this. So these are at different spaces of construction. This person that you see there, he is also one of the persons instrumental in getting the thing done on a day-to-day basis. Because it was pretty far from our office, it was almost about 50 kilometers. It's on airport road, much beyond the airport. So we had the challenges and we had to literally train the people. So this is at different stages of construction. I'll just run through this. So this is again a small clipping as to how we did the RCC. If you see, all the vertical walls were non-load bearing walls, 4 inches walls, and then you have those welded mesh, and over the welded mesh we just did the concreting. So absolutely there is no torch steel used for the entire building. So this is almost at the finishing stage. So now after the plastering, even plastering was a challenge because we wanted to show the triangular configuration of the building. No, so that the entire globe is formed of triangles, triangulations. So we had to meticulously do those triangles by plastering. Otherwise, and we had to literally train the workers right from the welding of the joints to the plastering. So this is now, it's almost complete. So it's almost getting complete. So this is the staircase. Only the staircase is built as a adjunct, which is again non-RCC. It is steel and timber. So these are the interior views, because many people ask me, sir, you propound Vasthu as one of your parameters of your profession. How do you introduce Vasthu in a circular building? I said all the basic parameters are taken care of. Only thing is there are no corners, there are no moolas. No, there is, the kitchen is in the southeastern quadrant, Agni Moola. The master bedroom is in the southwestern quadrant, and all the sweeping positions, everything is taken care of at a micro detail. So these are the clippings of the different interiors. Now you will see this on the inaugural day. So this is the final product. How did it come out? Everything is left for you to judge. So this is on the Grah Pravesh day when people are just looking. Of course, it's not even a professionally done thing. My driver himself did the video. The owner said that he will get a professional videographer to do this, but this is in between just our thing. In between, you can also catch a glimpse of me if you can make out well and good. So it's a huge site of about 2 acres. The feast and everything was arranged much away from the building. And the ultimate goal of the building is to make it, goal of our thing is to make it as a urban jungle, urban forest, where the globe gets concealed among the trees. So now we are doing the landscape, and the landscape consists of highly well-grown trees, so that it just gives an element of suspense. As people come into the place, they don't see anything, and then they suddenly see a globe. So that is our concept, final concept. So this is now, as you go up the staircase. So on the top you see also a circular skylight. And then of course the owner also had a very good taste, so that he did very appropriate lighting fixtures and all those things, which added to its glory. So we always congratulate the owner for giving us an opportunity to do such a building, and he has entrusted his hard-earned money with us to do this beautiful project, which we had conceived, but we had to have somebody to take it forward. In fact, there was a very interesting anecdote. On the day of the Griha Pravesh, the owner comes to me and says, Vasanth, don't feel bad. You know what? At one stage, we almost said, this is not going to work, demolish it, give us a proper normal square building. Because in between what happened, we had engaged a crane driver to put the dome on top. So the crane driver did some mistake. The crane arm touched the dome, the entire dome twisted out of shape. So naturally, there will be some prowling neighbors. So the neighbors told the owner, at the dead of the night, sir, your building is going to go away, so it has all twisted out of shape. So the owner rings us up and says, sir, don't worry, whatever the cost we have incurred, we'll take it up. And you demolish it, give us a normal house. We don't want any change. So we just want a normal thing. Then we had a tough time convincing him. I immediately rushed to his house. I said, within 2 days, we'll get it up and going. Don't worry, it was just a mistake by the crane driver. So we will dismantle the entire thing, reassemble it, and do it. So that's the story. So it's a beautiful storyline. I've also put it on my LinkedIn as a very nice story, and it has garnered a lot of appreciation from my ex-students and my architectural fraternity. The last thing I would like to say is, whenever we want change, there is going to be a lot of challenges, there is going to be a lot of trials and tribulations. You have to overcome all those things, but you should be very, very convinced about your concept, about its technical soundness and your concept. So then everything will fall in place, and ultimately you will be giving a product which is not there before. Incidentally, I would also like to say that because of this, we were also doing a collaborative venture with a German professor. He had seen this place, which was still under construction, and then now he has invited us to make a bamboo geodesic dome, because we do it out of different materials. A bamboo geodesic dome as a workshop for their students at the University of Oldenburg in Germany. So for which we are traveling next week. Thanks a lot.